always like to ask in an episode, kind of towards the end of the discussion, if there are any tips or insights or parenting advice that someone has told you or that you've just realized on your own through your own experiences that you think would be good for all moms to know. So is there anything that springs to mind for you?
Absolutely. I think very early on, my husband and I realized that the people that our daughters know the longest in their life will be each other, actually not us. And so they will be the longest relationship that any of them ever have. And they will be the most important. It's likely they'll be the most important people to each other. So we decided early on in our home that we would prioritize this one rule above all other rules. And that is, you must be nice to your sister. So we told them everything else, of course it's important, you have to practice piano and you have to, help us with chores and all of that kind of stuff. But everything else would be secondary to that.
Okay.
And we lived that. So they would occasionally do some things that kids do.
Yeah.
And we said, it's okay, we'll get through this. You just need to make reparations for whatever error you made, and we'll work through this with you. But we never lost our temper or took it out on them, to an extreme extent.
Okay.
Unless they were not nice to their sister. And they know this. If you ask any of the three of them, what's the number one rule? And they will tell you, I must be nice to my sister. And as a result, and we told them, like, if you're not nice to your sister, everything that you think you know about your life, like that you have dinner tonight, or that you have a room here, like maybe we take away your room and you have to sleep in the living room, or whatever else it is. I mean, we never had to do any of that, but we just made it very clear to them, what you think you know about your life will be all up for debate if you are not nice to your sister.
Wow.
Because your sister is the other most important person in my life next to you.
Right.
Like you as much as I love you, I love your sisters.
Right.
And you have to be nice to your sister.
Wow.
And that really made them prioritize that. And now my oldest two girls are best friends, bar none. So that was
my
really...
gosh. That must just warm your heart.
It does.
Wow.
They are really each other's people. And I've asked them, I said, when Kenzie's grown, you'll count her, like you'll include her in there. Like,
bring her into
Mom.
the fold,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's so lovely. I love that.
Thanks.
So what do you do when there has to be an argument every so often. And so
Yes.
Are they quick to apologize then, or
Yes.
how do they deal with that?
They are quick to compromise and apologize and quick.
I'm sorry, let me interject. So when my kids are fighting, I'm saying, I think you need to think about apologizing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm too mad to do that right now, and it wouldn't be sincere. And so
Mm-hmm.
I go, okay, I get that, because you can't help feeling what you're feeling, but I want you to
Right.
think about coming back a little bit when you feel as you can to give a sincere apology. And sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't. But I never want to make them, I don't want to force them, because
Right.
if it's not sincere, then what's the point? So
Right.
how does that work with your girls? Are they, when they do apologize, are they sincere? Does it sometimes take a while?
Yeah, sometimes it takes a while. But they went and they've been best friends for like 5 or 6 years, so it's hard for me to remember any specific stories.
Sure.
But when they did do something, I just told them each, you need to be the bigger person here. You need to be the one who does your very best for your sister, and that's your job. I don't want to hear how, whatever she did. I want to hear what you can do to be the kindest, most generous human possible to your sister, because she's your number one person. So don't get confused what your priorities are. You have to be as nice as possible to your sister. And that's when I will, see that you two are doing what I need you to do.
Wow. I love that. That's excellent.
Thanks. That's been a good one.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for being here today.
Thank
It's
you
been
for inviting
great.
me.
This
It's
has been so interesting.
I love talking about motherhood, so I'm so
Yeah.
glad for this podcast and all you do to support it.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And thank you to our viewers for tuning in, and look for another episode soon.